Welcome to the program Getting Ready for Group Discussion the M.M. Patel Way. In this session we are going to discuss effective behaviors to project your qualities. We will express each quality in terms of effective behaviors. You will be able to evaluate your performance during a group discussion session using those effective behaviors. Visit www.youtube.com and search Magan Lal Patel for more videos. Let's start with the basic purpose of this session. The basic purpose of this session is to make you aware of the effective behaviors to project your personal qualities in a group discussion session. We will recall the qualities first, then we will express each quality in terms of effective behaviors. During a group discussion session, you should ensure to make these behaviors. One key point which you should always remember is impact. Your effective behaviors should make impact. Your behavior during a group discussion session should make positive impact on two things. 1. Process of the discussion, and 2. Output of the discussion. An assessor shall look for the following basic qualities during a group discussion session. 1. Active and enthusiastic participation. 2. Communication. 3. Leadership qualities. 4. Teamwork and interpersonal skills. 5. Creative thinking. 6. Analytical thinking. 7. Problem solving and planning. 8. Self-confidence. 9. Your attitude towards yourself, other people and circumstances. 10. Knowledge of the topic and related issues. And 11. Your body language. Now let us express each of these qualities in terms of effective behaviors. Let us start with active and enthusiastic participation. The effective behaviors are: 1. I remain active throughout the discussion. I actively look to the speaker and listen and respond properly. 2. I remain attentive throughout the discussion. I sit straight and look to the speaking members. I nod while listening. I give my full attention to the member who is speaking. 3. I remain enthusiastic throughout the discussion. When I speak, I am audible to all. I show energy. 4. I address all while speaking and look to them one by one. My looking around indicates my interest in all and my implied request for their attention. 5. I participate throughout and do not allow the level of my participation to come down. 6. I show presence of mind while responding, particularly to critical situations. 7. I estimate the average time per member and keep my total participation balanced. Now we come to the second quality, communication. The effective behaviors are: 1. I use effective words, phrases and sentences with grammatical accuracy to convey desired meaning. 2. I make clear and precise expression with situationally required tone, volume and pauses. 3. I listen actively and take efforts to understand ideas and thoughts of others. I ask questions to clarify. 4. I give attention to the speaker by looking at him. I nod to make appropriate gesture to acknowledge. 5. I take efforts to elaborate my ideas. 6. I consciously use situationally required and controlled emotions to achieve the objectives of the communication. 7. I look towards all while talking. 8. I do not use aggressive tone unless situation demands. My aggression is situational and controlled. 9. I become passive only when situationally required in the interest of the team process or team output. 10. I provide support and encouragement to members having difficulties in expressing themselves. Now we come to leadership. The behaviors to demonstrate positive leadership are: 1. I take charge and responsibility of the process of group discussion for quality and quantity of output. 2. I identify and clearly defined the group objectives. 3. I formulate the rules for group discussion. 4. I identify, allocate and utilize resources effectively. I assign tasks and responsibilities to other members. 5. I ensure following of the ground rules by me as well as by other members. 6. I coordinate the group activities and manage time. 7. I acknowledge and appreciate whenever a member makes a contribution. 8. I motivate and encourage the non-participating members for the participation and contribution. 9. I resolve group conflicts using logic and rationale. 10. I summarize the progress periodically to ensure proper progress and to take corrective steps if required. 11. I give negative feedback timely and constructively to put the individuals and the group to track for overall group effectiveness. I keep personal prejudices aside. 12. I take responsibility rather than blaming. 13. I summarize the communication at the end. 14. I am accepted as a leader by the members as I make overall positive impact. Now let us come to teamwork and interpersonal skills. The positive behaviors are: 1. I understand the group objectives. 2. I understand and follow rules of the group working. 3. I allow others to think for themselves, valuing as well as respecting individuals and their uniqueness. 4. I do not put obstacles or misdirect the group activity. 5. I demonstrate commitment and involvement by making actions towards achieving the group objectives. 6. I support members when needed. For example, when one is not being listened to by others, or when one is put down, or when one has some personal difficulties. 7. I share relevant information, knowledge, experience, etc. with the members. 8. I contribute to impact the quality of the process of the group discussion. 9. I contribute to impact the quantity and quality of output by my contribution. 10. I focus on what is right and not who is right. Now let us come to creative thinking. The positive behaviors to project your creative thinking are: 1. I contribute by giving maximum relevant ideas. 2. I contribute by giving ideas in many directions. 3. I contribute by giving original and unique ideas. 4. I elaborate my ideas giving necessary details. 5. While giving ideas, I do not unnecessarily worry about what others will think about my ideas. However, I don't show high-headedness. 6. I keep my mind open to receive ideas from others. 7. I remain sensitive to the process and generate ideas from ideas. Now let's come to analytical thinking. The effective behaviors are: 1. I communicate logically and sequentially. 2. I collect relevant data and factual information before I talk. 3. I break the issue into smaller and identified elements or alternatives. I relate these elements or alternatives. 4. I make efforts to relate the issue in consideration with other related issues to find a global solution. 5. I remain fact-based, objective and non-emotional throughout the group discussion. 6. I give my opinion with logic and rationale. 7. I support or contradict others with logic and rationale. 8. I remain open-minded while accepting or rejecting others' ideas. 9. I understand underlying issues and messages, may be straight or diplomatic or political, and respond accordingly. 10. I evaluate the alternatives using relevant, specific, and controllable measures. Now we come to problem solving and planning. The effective behaviors are: I break the total activity into sub-activities. 2. I plan for each sub-activity and establish proper controls with reference to time. 3. I plan for each sub-activity and establish proper controls with reference to resources. 4. I plan for each sub-activity and establish proper controls with reference to responsibility. 5. I identify critical activities needing higher attention, monitoring, and control. 6. I identify obstacles likely to affect the progress adversely and formulate measures to overcome the obstacles. 7. I anticipate uncertainties and contingencies and plan for delays, extra resources, extra attention, etc. 8. I plan progress monitoring and controlling systems. I remain focused on the objectives. 9. I use tools for analytical thinking and planning. 10. I remain open to innovative ideas and to situational changes. Now we come to personal trait, and that is self-confidence. The positive behaviors for projecting self-confidence are: 1. I take efforts to make others understand my ideas and thoughts. 2. I also take efforts to understand and appreciate others' ideas and thoughts. 3. I ask clarifying or probing questions to understand views expressed by others. 4. I request for repeating views if I have not understood. 5. I do not interrupt others unnecessarily, aggressively, submissively, or improperly. 6. I interrupt others when they talk irrelevant or unnecessarily or improperly. I ensure that such interruptions are issue-based and not person-based. 7. I do not create offending defending situations. 8. I assertively defend my personal values and beliefs. 9. I assertively respect others' personal values. 10. I assertively admit my mistakes and change my opinion if I am convinced. I express changing my opinion, giving rationale with confidence. Now let's come to attitude. The positive behaviors are: 1. I make positive statements about myself. 2. I show can-do attitude in difficult situations. 3. I do not make statements putting myself down. 4. I think positive about others and trust them. I show I am okay, you are okay, and I win, you win behavior. 5. I never make a statement putting others down. 6. I seek help when I need. 7. I accept the favorable as well as unfavorable parts of the environment and see them as opportunities. 8. I talk about others and environment based on facts and not based on my feelings and emotions. 9. I keep focus on the purpose of the group discussion. 10. I do not blame circumstances. Rather, I take actions for creating favorable circumstances. Now we come to knowledge. The effective behaviors are: 1. I talk on issues directly related to the subject. 2. I mention issues indirectly related to the subject. 3. I build linkages or relations of the points raised by me to the main subject. 4. I give details of the points made by me. 5. I give clarifications of the points made by me. 6. I support my points and arguments with rationale and logic. I use facts rather than feeling. 7. The points raised or contributed me are specific, clear, complete, logical, sequential, and rational. 8. I ask questions to clarify my doubts and update my knowledge. Now we come to body language. The effective behaviors are: 1. I appear smart, confident, and smiling. I am aware that a smiling face is an asset. 2. I either sit straight or lean forward. I don't lean back and relax. 3. When I talk, I look to everyone. I don't focus my talk to one or two persons. Even when I am replying to an individual, I look at everyone. 4. While speaking, I don't look up or down. 5. I listen to the speaking member. Even if I am noting down something, I occasionally look up. 6. While listening, I nod or smile to give a signal of my being interested and involved. 7. I don't point finger to anyone while contradicting or opposing a member. I don't make violent hand movements. 8. I don't interrupt. If interruption is essential, I raise my hand, say sorry to interrupt, and then speak. 9. I don't shake my legs. I don't play with items like pen. Having expressed all the qualities in terms of positive behavior, let's come to the conclusion. Having gone through the big list, you might have felt panicked. Don't panic because of the list. You are not required to demonstrate all the behaviors in a group discussion or demonstrate them in a sequence. One positive behavior may project many of your qualities. Let's take an example. When majority of members are putting forward their points, making it difficult for anyone to listen, you can tell them in relatively loud tone to stop and then make a suggestion of speaking one by one. This behavior will demonstrate boldness, self-confidence, leadership, assertiveness, situational analysis, etc. You may refer to the video Indicative Behaviors for better understanding. Visit www.youtube.com and search Magan Lal Patel for more videos on getting ready for group discussion the MM Patel way.